Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I know the video they've been taking longer to make and longer to come out, but it's just because the quality I feel has been going up and all that jazz, and obviously I'm writing scripts and all that good stuff. So before we get into this video, all the facts and statistics and stuff that I can't seem to pronounce correctly right now, please consider subscribing if you enjoy this content, and also if you enjoy learning about cars or seeing me modify the cars or stuff like that. I tried to make these videos entertaining somehow. I don't know if they are. People sometimes say they are. Anyways, so today we have the Honda Life StepVan. I really like how this one turned out, like at the end of the video. And yeah, that's really it. That's all I have to say for this little introduction bit. So the Life StepVan is classified under a K car van, K being spelled K-E-I. And these cars or vans or whatever have to follow strict regulations, like such as weight regulations and power. So in this current amount of time, like this current time, they can only produce up to 63 horsepower and have up to a 660cc engine, which is not big. Like, you know, you got some like Honda Civics with 1 liter engines, Fiestas, kind of small city cars. Then you've got K cars, which are just like even smaller with less horsepower. And obviously the length and width regulations. The height I can remember off the top of my head is like 2 meters, and length is something like 3.4 meters, something like that, and then width is like 1.8 for the current time. I'm not sure if those are the exact specs, but it's close enough. So these do actually change. They have changed over time from like 1948 to, I can't even remember, it was like 1998, and then they've like changed from being small, like really small, up to moderately sized cars or vans. The time at which the StepVan was produced, the Life StepVan, they could only have up to a 360cc engine, and from what I can see, I was looking on Wikipedia, they don't seem to have any horsepower regulations, which is good. Obviously they had the width and like length, height stuff regulations, but it was 2 meters throughout the whole run of K cars, which is kind of interesting. And another fact about K cars is that they're easily identifiable by the yellow license plate with black text, and also that's for like private cars, and commercial cars have black, like a black plate with yellow text. It was introduced in 1972 and lasted until 1974, with a pickup variant introduced in 1973. With an introductory price of around £2,800, it was extremely cheap, so it could be bought by the average family. A total of 17,165 units were produced, and for anyone who plays PlayStation, then it can be found in Gran Turismo 4, Gran Turismo PSP, Gran Turismo 5, and Gran Turismo 6 under the same nameplate. Anyways, now onto the specifications. A stark contrast from the last video, to say the least. The StepVan, along with all other Life models from like that era of Life, like Honda Life production, had a 30 horsepower 356cc, so it comes like 4cc under the limit for that era. 2-cylinder water-cooled engine mated with a 4-speed manual. Now this power isn't a lot, but when you've put it in like a 605 kilogram, which is a 1,334 pound van, I guess it's enough like to power it, since it's not even a ton, which is lighter than most other vehicles. Like, I think it's probably a bit heavier than a bike, yeah, probably. And since these cars are only really used for city use, like 3 bajillion horsepower is probably a bit too much, but you know, you could probably shove a Koenigsegg engine in there and get away with it, that new one, the 3-cylinder thing. It's just, it still blows my mind, but that's the last video, not this one. So the van was front engined and also front wheel drive, and it could carry a load of about 300 kilograms, and then if you've got 2 passengers in, that lowers to 200 kilograms, which to be fair isn't too bad. It's like half the weight of the van, which is actually pretty good. And I mean, that's really all about the specs. There's nothing too impressive. It's just kind of a normal everyday car, isn't it? Well, van, K-van, with normal specs. Nothing really too pioneering for the time. Although at the time people were grateful for a very low and flat floor, which is something, I guess. Hopefully. So yeah, that's about it for the specifications. So now on to design, which I'm sure will be just as short as the specification one, although it's actually shorter, which is entertaining and fun at the same time. Only joking. The design of the van is very, let me think. It's like van-like, so it's like tall and boxy. Well, tall in quotation marks. There's nothing too special about it since it's a van and looks like most other vans. It does have an interesting line in it that starts at the tip of the left side window, and also most likely on the other side it's just a picture I was looking at. So it starts at the front of the front window but not the windscreen, you know what I mean. And it goes all the way down to the front of the front wheel arches, which is characteristic, maybe, I suppose. So that's that, and I'll now move on to my opinion about it. It may not seem it, but I actually do love this van. I only really pick cars that I like on this channel, and then if someone recommends it, I'm okay with it, apart from if it's like a Peugeot or a Ford, like Fiesta or Focus or something. I don't like them. Well, to be honest, I love all K cars, just there's something about them, you know, they're like cute and small, and they're entertaining, they look cool. They're Japanese, they're clever. I think clever is the right word to describe a K car. Like, you know, they compact everything into a small package and they just pull it off. You just like get a whole family in there. Some are fun to drive, you know, like the Honda Beat or Suzuki Cappuccino, which makes them even better. Like, it's just so cool. I'm pretty sure most people like them. If you don't like them, it's crazy to me. I do also love the design of some of them. The Honda Beat, where the light goes from the front to the front wheel arch. That's kind of cool. And how capable some of them are, like, to drive, dynamics and stuff. But that's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments if you want, you know. So that's really all I have to say about the Honda Life StepVan. I know this has probably been a shorter talk than normal, or it might be the same. I hope you enjoyed it and possibly learned something today, maybe about the license plates for K cars or anything. Just let me know if you learned something. And if you did, you know, drop a comment. Consider subscribing if you enjoy seeing this kind of video idea. I normally make 1 to 2 videos a week. Since I've been upping my quality, it takes longer to make videos. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. If you come by, drop a comment, say hey, whatever, I don't mind. So yeah, bye. My door, she's screaming out, and all I know is you're fine when you do what you do. And babe, I wanna make you mine when I see those hips move.